Soup season. I love soup season. I honestly could eat soup every day of the year, winter, spring, summer, whenever. I love soup so much, and this is one of my favorites, so I'm really excited to make it. It is lemon chickpea rice soup, or lemon rice chickpea soup. One of those things. It's got a lot of ingredients that I love. So let's get started. We've got our big pot over here. We have one smallish white onion that's been cooking in some olive oil for about almost 5 minutes or so, just to get that softened up. And then we are going to put in 3 carrots that I've chopped up and diced up, and 3 stalks of celery. We've basically got mirepoix here, right? Onion, carrot, celery. This is sort of the basics, or the basis of a lot of soups. So we're gonna put that in. Got our carrots, and then we've got our celery, and I'm gonna cook those for about 3 to 4 minutes or so, get them softened up, and then I have 4 crushed garlic cloves. I'm gonna put in for just about a minute. Obviously, we don't wanna burn the garlic, so we're gonna put it in at the last second. So I'm gonna stir this up and get this cooking for a few more minutes, and then we'll just keep adding our ingredients. Okay, we've got things cooking in there, softening. Again, the onion, the carrot, the celery, and some garlic. It's already smelling fantastic. So let's move on to our sort of second set of ingredients. We've got chickpeas here. I just took that 15-ounce can of chickpeas from the store, rinsed and drained. So I'm gonna pour those in, ready to go. And I've measured out about 2/3 cup of long grain rice. Now, you can do rice, you can do brown rice, you can do quick cooking rice, you can do orzo, but here's the key. When we go to this step, you're basically gonna cook it as long as it takes whatever sort of rice or pasta you use, right? So if you're using orzo, only cook your soup as long as it takes to get the orzo cooked. So I'm gonna pour it in, again, about 2/3 cup there. And then we've got our broth. I've got 6 cups here. And if you're doing sort of the quick cooking rice, or you're doing the orzo, you might want to reduce this broth down a lot. You can use chicken broth if you like, and in fact, you can, if you have some extra chicken left over, you can shred some up, put it in the soup. It would be so great. Let's see if we can pour it all in. All right, perfect fit there. So I'm gonna stir this up, and what you're gonna wanna do is go ahead and bring this to a boil, and then once it comes to a boil, we're gonna cover it and we're gonna simmer it, again, in this case, for 30 to 40 minutes, but whatever you're using, cook it for as long as it takes to cook it. The soup is finished cooking now after about 40 minutes or so. The rice is cooked. It's all set to go. Our last ingredients go in now. So I've turned off the heat, and what I'm gonna do is put in about 1.5 cups of almond milk. Use regular milk. You can even you lower it a little bit as far as the measurement goes if you're gonna use cream, but this makes it a little bit creamy, obviously. So I love that. It's gonna be a creamy lemon soup. So I've put the almond milk in, and then I've squeezed a pretty large lemon, so it's about 1/4 cup of fresh lemon juice, and I'm gonna put that in and stir that up. One thing I wanna mention, before I started cooking this and we brought it to a boil, right, and then we took it down to a simmer for 30 to 40 minutes to cook it, I forgot I put in some dill. Now I would love to use fresh dill, but I've been having a heck of a time finding it in the stores lately, so I just used dry dill weed, and I used a heaping teaspoon. So, 1 to 2 teaspoons, whatever floats your boat, depending upon how much you like or dislike dill. You could also leave it out. And then I went ahead, and once I tasted it just a minute ago, and added some salt and pepper. So I used low sodium broth so that I could decide what the seasoning is, and I wanted to definitely add some salt and pepper. But now I've got the cream in there, or the milk rather, and then also the lemon. It's gonna be really good. And then our very final step is some spinach. I'm just gonna do 2 big handfuls of spinach. You could just grab it right out of the bag. I like to sort through my spinach just in case. Plus, I'm not really a fan of the stems. You could totally, obviously, leave them in there, but I basically just took off the stems. And so I'm just going to put this in here and then just stir it up until they wilt down, and then your soup is ready to go. There's just something about the taste of that lemon in here. It brightens the soup up so much. I gotta tell you, once I started having soup with lemon in it, I just could not get enough of it. That's all I want now. And so pretty much I put lemon in every soup that I have. All right, that's kind of wilted down as much as we want it to go. I'm ready to serve it up. What do you think? Oh, that looks so good. And it smells wonderful. The dill in there just smells so great. Here you go. Here is one of my favorite soups for soup season. It is lemon orzo rice soup. Hope you give it a try. Cheers.